Now, the RFK hearings have come to an end in the last 40 minutes, and we are waiting to hear from Mayor Muriel Bowser. In the meantime, Chief Investigative Reporter Eric Flack is live at City Hall outside the room where today's hearing happened. And Flack, before things even started today, the commanders took a step toward answering some of their critics.
Yeah, I mean, just in the last 30 minutes, this hearing with the commanders and Mayor Bowser in front of D.C. Council wrapped up, and we were just moments away from a press briefing with Mayor Bowser to answer questions from a team of reporters about the various issues that came up throughout the day today. Now, that letter you referenced certainly did a lot to ease the concerns of community members who were concerned about parking, traffic, and environmental concerns, but it did nothing to ease the concerns of the labor community who have their own list of complaints.
The Washington Commanders say their proposed new multi-billion-dollar stadium on the RFK site will host more than 200 events a year. And Wednesday, Unite Here Local 23 came out in force to demand all the cooks, bartenders, and other food service and hospitality jobs in the stadium are union jobs.
We are talking about those types of people, right? Like who are going to be cooking the hot dogs, serving the beer, right? Like they need job protections too.
Unite, which represents 5,000 food service and hospitality workers across the D.C. area, wants provisions included for union-only jobs for all hospitality workers inside the stadium and in all hotels and restaurants that go up on the rest of the RFK site too. Joshua Armstead estimated that could total thousands of jobs and argued other city-invested projects like Nationals Park, Capital One Arena, and the Convention Center have similar labor protections.
If they can get it done on those places, I see no reason why it can't be done here.
But the commanders have only agreed to require union labor for construction of the stadium. Construction jobs on the rest of the RFK site would not be required to use union labor under the current terms, and there are no current union requirements for hospitality workers inside or outside the stadium.
These jobs are not for district residents.
Don't disrespect me like that.
Wednesday afternoon, a heated exchange between Councilmember Zachary Parker and Mayor Bowser on the issue.
To suggest that the union labor, and I know you're kind of not agreeing that fewer DC residents work on union jobs, that's a fact.
But
I know you're not agreeing, excuse me, I know you're not agreeing that CBEs can't participate in those jobs. That's a fact. It's a fact.
So what was Mayor Bowser talking about there? She's talking about CBEs. There is an argument from the city's side that if you require union labor, it would kind of freeze out smaller DC-owned businesses that don't necessarily abide by labor requirements. Why does the team not want labor? Well, if you require union contracts, then that could limit what sort of national developers are going to come in, both on the construction side outside RFK Stadium in that RFK development, as well as on the hospitality side. Those big hospitality companies like Marriott could think twice about coming in and developing on the RFK site if, in fact, union agreements were in place. Something to monitor before Friday's vote. Could this be a stumbling block to get to approval between now and Friday? Les?
Yeah, you know, Fleck, we've heard this conversation before about union labor. I'm thinking back to our coverage and your coverage specifically about the owner of Monumental Sports facing a similar sports issue when he was trying to build a stadium in Virginia. Clearly now that's going to be in the district, which made me wonder what has happened with Josh Harris's teams in other places, right? He's got the Philly team, NBA team, he's got the New Jersey team there as well. What happened in those areas?
Yeah, you know, we did some reporting up in Philadelphia where he is in the process of building a new basketball arena. Union was totally on his side because in Pennsylvania it is not a right-to-work state. That means that all labor agreements are under a union contract. Here in D.C., the rules are different, which means there are union jobs. Non-union workers are allowed on work sites. So there is no requirement that it has to be a union work site. There is some middle ground here. There is some thinking that the team may move closer to what some council members want, which is entire union representatives both in the stadium, both on the hospitality and construction side, as well as the RFK site, But to think that it's going to be all union jobs would be a long way for the team to go. Those discussions are ongoing. We are sure to ask the mayor about that burgeoning issue when she steps in front of a mic in just moments.
Yeah, Flack, this vote happens on Friday at noon. It is just after 4:30 right now on Wednesday, and there's a lot that needs to happen between now and then to move this forward if it's going to move forward on Friday. I'm just wondering, you're there taking the temperature, you're hearing things that maybe we aren't hearing, you're able to read the tea leaves. What's your sense about what may be happening on Friday at noon?
My sense is that the mayor and the commanders are working hard to make sure they get 3 undecided votes that they need between now and Friday. And my sense is that they're closer with some council members than others. It is clear that in all but a few cases, even council members who say they are undecided and not quite at a yes vote, also indicate that they want to get there. And I don't get a sense from anybody, whether it's on the mayor's side or on the team side, that they think this deal is going to fall apart at the last second or even be an all-night marathon, much like the Nationals Park vote was just a couple years ago, 15 years ago. I'm looking over the camera now, and I see Mayor Bowser walking into the briefing room, which probably means we are just moments from hearing Mayor Bowser give her thoughts on the hours of testimony that she and the commanders had today. But I do believe that both the mayor's team and the football team believe they are getting closer to getting the necessary votes they need. But on the other side, I don't think we're there today. If the vote were to happen today, I don't think we would be there, Les.
All right, so it sounds like the mayor is entering that hearing room, and we will be hearing from her at any moment now.